I would now like to introduce another war resister, former Chief Petty Officer Chuck Wiley. Served in the U.S. Navy in the Iraq theater. He came to Canada with his partner Jamie, also a U.S. Navy veteran, and he is the highest-ranking soldier sailor, I guess, who has come to Canada as a war resisters. And please welcome him to the stage.
As you heard, 17 years in the Navy, a range of duty assignments. The last one, and the one that really caused me the problem, was an assignment to an aircraft carrier based on the East Coast. In 2006, we deployed to the Persian Gulf in support of operations in Iraq. And a lot of the things I was exposed to in the operations that I watched the ship conducting from safely on board myself, I started to develop a lot of problems with. It started out with one particular operation, which I'm not going to bore everybody with up here, but if you want to hear about it specifically later on, we'll be wandering around. I'll be glad to tell you about it. I had a lot of problems with the way it was being conducted, and some very obvious lies came up. When I started asking questions and started pulling the string on this, instead of getting honest, heartfelt answers to it from my chain of command and from the people that should have had these answers, instead what I got was just a lot of stonewalling. Either it's not your responsibility, don't worry about it, or just shut up and stop asking questions, you're starting to bother people. So a lot of that naturally spilled over. I guess a lot of the people that worked for me started to see that my heart really wasn't in it anymore. And if I tried to lie to them about what I was feeling and what I was seeing, then that really doesn't make me any better than the people that are frustrating me in my own chain of command. So I told them the truth, at least as I saw it. That obviously didn't sit well with the people that I worked for either. We got into a string of arguments that eventually led to me asking to be reassigned off the ship. I told them I'd go anywhere. It didn't matter how arduous the assignment was. I just wanted a ship that was not going back to Iraq. I really didn't want anything else to do with that particular war. In response, they did give me a reassignment. They gave me a reassignment to a ship that was immediately redeploying to Iraq as soon as I got back home on the one I was on. So about a month later, the Navy and I parted ways after consulting with a Navy lawyer about my options for applying for a conscientious objector status and any other programs that were available. Ended up here not too long after that, and I've been here since February of 2007. And the thing that I want to impress upon anybody that's stopped to listen is myself and the other guys that have come up here to speak today. We're coming from a country where the government has just gone out of control. Right? They have lost any will to listen to the people at all. They're doing whatever they want. Despite overwhelming opposition to the war in the United States, they're continuing forward full bore, sacrificing anything and everything except for the Bush government's own political capital. So the thing that I want to implore you today to do is don't let that happen here. Right? You're sitting in a situation now where the government is poised to ignore a motion from Parliament. Right? It took a long time in the campaign, and I've only really been here for the tail end of it, but I watched as the people of Canada spoke and Parliament listened. And that's something that in the United States is just completely unheard of now. And then I watched as Parliament spoke, and so now it's the government's turn to listen. So make them do that.
Thank you very much, Chuck.